kanino ka bumabangon. It keeps us alive, it keeps us going, it keeps us resilient, and it keeps us motivated. Sa Japanese, they call it ikigai, that no one is too small to contribute to whatever change there may be, no? Hindi naman pala lahat ng mahirap are sad. Marami rin mahirap na they're also happy, no? So, where is this joy coming from? Despite the lack, the inadequacy.
May nakikita pa po ba kayong hope sa Pilipinas? Hey everyone! Welcome to the Seagulls Community Podcast. This show is built to inspire and equip you with a mindset, skills, and strategies to build income, freedom, and purpose through real tactical conversations. I am your host, June, and today's episode is one of those stories that hit close to heart. Because for many Filipinos, service isn't just a job, it's a calling. Whether you're a social worker, a volunteer, or just someone who wants to make a difference, this episode is for you. I'm joined by someone who has spent her entire life creating hope where it's needed most. Dr. M. Ligutom is an award-winning social worker, former director of community engagement at Silliman University, and was recently named Outstanding Professional of the Year in Social Work. From classrooms to communities, she's helped shape lives, lead families, and lift up entire sectors, all while staying rooted in faith and service. Tita M, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much, June, for this opportunity to be in this podcast that you have. Thank you.
Yan. Tita M, again, salamat po na paunlakan nyo kami dito sa invitation na to. And I know, Tita, you've been in this social worker industry for quite a long time already. Ano po yung pinaka nag-spark sa inyo ng interest to start this journey?
Okay. I guess it's my personal circumstance and my experiences. Kasi I come from a poor family. My parents do not have titles, no? Walang mga PhD, mga ganyan. Although if I may want to put titles to them, siguro for my father, it's MJ. For my mother, it's LW because my father was a market janitor and my mother was a laundry woman. So, yun yung parang the experiences that I had, yung parang wala namang regrets kasi it seemed to even have motivated me to do more because of the experiences that I had. Like, for example, no, I was almost always the last to pay contributions in school. And then, you know what happens there, your teacher calls your attention that in high school, I had one pair of sneakers for the whole 4 years. So that's why my joke has been, oh, I'm wearing Nike kasi may kisi man. Yung may butas doon na sa both sides, no? And yet, I still continue to do that. I only had one pair of uniform, isang blouse, isang skirt. So, at night time, I would wash this and hang. Sometimes, it doesn't get dry, especially if it's, a rainy evening. So, I wear my uniform sometimes wet. But I had nothing more to, there's no other but that. Then, I had to walk kasi we live in, near Silliman, Laguna. So, walk from home to the City High School. You know where that is, no? The City High School, that's, malapit dun sa Don Bosco. Okay. And then, coming home, still walk. But coming home was more fun because marami kami. When we go home, that's marami, no? So itong parang maraming tao pa lang kasi most of us in City High parang more or less similarly situated financially, no? Okay, so I was thinking like I want to study in Silliman. paano kaya no when my parents cannot afford no if to send me to Silliman University. So I said, I know that there will be a better life for everybody kung mag-ano lang if you really just try your best, no? So yun yung parang I think I also would like to uh, uh, be and probably help those people who are in need kasi I feel them because of my situation, no? And I understand how they feel. I understand the kind of life that they are living. So yun, yung parang personal circumstances ko and the experiences that I had.
Wow, thank you for sharing that, tita. And I know that yung pagiging mahirap po natin as the start was your main motivation to help people as well in the same situation para at least ma-improve yung
Yes,
buhay nila.
yes.
Has that purpose evolved, tita, over the years na nandun kayo sa social work?
Yes, it has. No, in fact, kasi as you study, yung parang yung kaalaman mo parang it gets higher and higher yung level, no?
Mm.
And then kasi yung course namin, we have a mayroon kaming field instruction. We do practicum in communities, no? So yun. So the more na nakikita mo while you are financially challenged, you see that may worse pa pala. Marami pa palang worse situations in the communities, no? And then you begin to discover that hala, hindi naman pala lahat ng mahirap are sad, no?
Mm.
Marami ding mahirap na they're also happy, no? So that makes us yung parang where is this joy coming from?
Mm.
Despite the lack, the inadequacy, no? So yun yung parang nakaka-inspire sa akin further. Mm-mm.
That's a beautiful testament, no? Hearing from Tita M, no? Hindi lahat ng mahirap malungkot.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, karamihan sa kanila, mas masaya sa dun sa mga may maraming pera.
Parang ganon.
Right? And
Yeah.
it's true na yung money talaga, hindi yun cause for happiness. No? It's something more deep.
Yes,
And-
exactly.
And to that note, tita, sa dami ng nakausap nyo na needs your help, sa dami ng mga stories na narinig mo, alin dun sa mga stories na yun na up until now, naaalala mo pa siya?
Yung story of anak na medyo in school, no? Pero yung parang na ano siya, yung parang because of the situation of the family, the relationships, the dynamics in the family, parang gusto na niyang mawala na lang siya sa mundo. Yung parang gano'n. At young, very young at that. Very young at that. So parang, sometimes you also are at a loss kasi kung minsan you get so emotionally yung parang ma-affected ka talaga emotionally, but then you'll have to tell yourself, wake up. You're going to be the helping person. So you have to keep yourself strong. Kaya mayroon kaming principle that is called controlled emotional involvement. Yung parang ganun, no? And then, kasi I also had, aside from working directly with the community, I also had most of my life, 42 years I spent in teaching social work
Wow.
at Silliman University. So, mayroon akong maraming stories, but there is one student na parang I've always been calling her attention. Tinatawag ko siya at the end of the class kasi parang different, no? And then I discovered that she has been suicidal.
Mm.
Marami siyang dito yung mga
Tas-
healed na
tas-
ng mga scars, no? And then that's when I learned about her life story. And then she said, "Can I talk to you anytime you have yung walang klase?" I said, "Yes, anytime you can." So now she's working abroad. She's happy. I'm not sure if she has gotten married. No? That's one thing I didn't ask. But yung bang when Mom, thank you so much. Maybe without you, hindi ako maka-finish. No? So thank you so much for the support. Thank you for spending overtime. Kasi that's after class. Now you talk to the student after class. Yung parang gano'n. So parang fulfilled na ako doon. I feel fulfilled. Kasi para sa akin, as a social worker, just helping one soul is already a contribution para sa akin. Yeah. And then I also had the opportunity to work as a medical social worker sa HMC. And then this is one thing that I will not forget. Kasi on call ang social worker, no? So the a driver of the hospital came to the house at 2 a.m. So I said, why? Because that was the first time, no? Mom, si doctor wants to see you. So, doon. And I was so touched kasi medyo sikat na doktor ito, babae, no? Sikat na doktor, and she was crying on my shoulder. So, I was so surprised. Namatay ang pasyente ko, Emmy. Namatay ang pasyente ko. I'm blaming myself for the death of my patient kasi pneumonia. So, yun na naman, no? Parang, am I in a position to really, talk to in this emotionally laden, situation to this doctor na sikat na doctor? So, I felt so, yung parang I was proud na-recognize din pala niya ang role ng social worker, that even she herself thought that she needed somebody to talk to, somebody to probably provide some like emotional support, yung ganon, and we talked for 1 hour, yung parang ganon. So yung parang akala ko ganito pala ganito pala kalawak din ang ang scope ng namin, no, ang ginagawa namin, no. Okay, so yun, mga ganyan na mga experiences.
And I'm sure mas marami pang experience na ganyan, tita, no, where you have been a very significant impact dun sa mga buhay nila. And sa decades of your career, tita, I know some of this, yung mga, especially yung mga volunteers ngayon, karamihan sa mga work sa social work is actually pro bono, right? But what keeps you going?
Kasi I don't consider it as a profession. Of course, it's naman sa akin, if I say I don't consider the pay, no? Of course, I get paid, but I consider it a life mission. A life mission. It's not just a profession that you practice and you get paid, because I've been doing a lot of pro bono. We even do pro bono in some of our trainings pag walang pera ang organization. And the self-fulfillment is just, overwhelming. No, parang it's gratitude to God for, all the blessings, no, that I had to walk from school. I had just one set of uniform and all that, but I finished it. And my parents are financially challenged, and yet I was able to get the dream of finishing social work in that university, in Silliman University, which seemed to be far noon, but ay pwede pala, and these are blessings from God, no. So yung parang gratitude mo for the blessings that He has provided, parang ganon. Yeah.
That's a true mark of a great leader, to always look for the gratitude in every situation, kahit mapapositive or mapanegative pa yung situation na yan.
Yes.
And because of that, tita, you have been awarded of several awards and recognition, regional up to the national level. And I'd like to ask, tita, out of all of those rewards and recognition na na-receive mo, which of those yung napaisip ka na, this is why I do what I do?
Okay. Actually, while I was doing all these things that I'm doing, no, based on yung alam ko, no, from school, from experience, from other sources, I really was not thinking of rewards. I just did what I had to do, no. So parang when these were given, meron pala ako nagawa, yung parang it was also some kind of yung parang eye-opening for myself. Ay, meron pala kasi yung outstanding social worker of the Philippines, yung outstanding social worker ba talaga ako, yung parang yan. And another one that was given by the ASEAN consortium for social workers. And then ang niya, yung parang yung sa PRC, sa Professional Regulations Commission. Kasi ano yun Outstanding Professional of the Year in the field of social work. At that time, kasi hindi ko alam if there are more professions coming in. At that
Mm.
time, 46 professions.
Mm.
Okay? 46 different professions. For every profession, isa lang ang kukunan. You have thousands of social workers, thousands of architects, thousands. So, yung parang, and I didn't know that I was submitted for
Nomination.
but the one that nominated me was the Philippine Association of Social Workers Incorporated, of which I was the immediate president of the local chapter. So parang I knew about it, uy, Emmy, ikaw ang how come? Kasi in-endorse ka namin. So parang, yung parang sabi ko, wow, no? But hindi na sa mind ko na this is what I have been working for. Kasi parang lang siya, additional lang ni God, no? Probably he feels that I'm in the right track, no? So yung parang ganon. And I feel so humbled itong and then I qualified of the 46 professions, 5 kami from different professions qualified as I qualified for kaming 5 as finalist for the Eric Nubla Excellence Award, which is the highest award that PRC gives to professionals. So okay na sa akin yun. I'm happy. So it's telling me that you are on the right track. You are doing good, no? In what you are, in the things that you do, in trying to help clients, helping students, helping wherever you are, no? Wherever I'm placed by God.
God will definitely humble the proud and lift those who are humble. So it's very humbling also for me, Tita, that you are here hearing all of your experiences, because I know you are very active as well on the church and activities at church, especially I think Couples for
Couples for
Christ, right?
Christ.
How does faith play a role in your approach to service and leadership?
Very big role, no? Kasi yung parang values, no? That values that
Mm.
that you practice, no, come from there. It's sourced from there. Like for example, yung humility, yung compassion, passion, no? Passion also in what you're doing, good governance, no? Kasi you really will have to do things the way that they should be done so that the service benefits those for whom they are meant. Yun, yung ganon. And then excellence, ganon, no? And then because I have always believed in I just forgot who said this, but this is something that has kept a place in my heart. No, service is the rent we pay for our free room here on earth. Yung parang
Beautiful.
ganun, no? So, malaki ang faith, malaki. Kasi hindi din madaling maging social worker. Marami ding mga challenges, mga difficulties when you go to the field, no? Even as a teacher, ang dami-dami. But that faith will always keep us going. No, it has always kept me going. Kasi siguro mag-surrender ka na lang, siguro mag-OFW na lang ako kasi sinunod nagano man sa OFW. Pero wala So it's nandun dun talaga. So that faith plays a very very big role in in keeping us just not serve. It's not just service, it's excellent service. Because service, you can do service, no? But it has to be excellent because the source of the gift is excellent, and that is God.
Yeah. And I hope lahat ng nasa government offices as well will do that service out of excellence. And in this world right now, Tita, na nandito tayo ngayon, especially itong mga nangyayari sa Pilipinas, where there are a lot and a significant gap in terms of inequality sa salary and income ng mga tao. And with what's happening right now with flood control projects and exposure sa mga corruptions, may nakikita pa po ba kayong hope sa Pilipinas?
Yes. Yes. No, because these are circumstances, okay? And these circumstances, although it's the way to yung parang how these situations can be solved, there's something that's done to that, but I still believe that there really is still hope, no? Although the answer that we would like, we don't know, no? We don't know when it's coming, but that keeps us uh, getting involved in your own little way, how you can be a part and a contributor to all of this, no? Na yung parang hope will always be there, and it is that hope that makes us resilient. Okay, it is that hope that keeps us going. It is that hope that does not falter your service. Hmm. Okay.
Beautiful. And I know sa mga audience natin, marami dito nanonood, mga youngsters dito eh. 'Di ba? Hearing that there's hope in everything, lalo na yung mga Gen Z, they want to make that change.
Yes, yes.
But yung problem ngayon sa mga Gen Z and other generations na medyo bata-bata pa is that we feel so small to make that
Mhm.
change.
Okay.
Ano po yung ma-advise niyo sa amin, tita? To start something without feeling small.
Okay. In the first place, I believe that no one is too small to contribute to whatever change there may be, no? So it still goes with yung ano natin, like uh even as you feel small, another one feels small. If we put our efforts together, okay,
Mm.
we put our efforts together, we try to chart the direction very clearly. I guess that because I believe in ano, I believe in social work, we do organize communities, we organize groups, and we try to empower them. Okay, so one might think na small, parang I'm just a very small ano, no, very small voice, no, I'm wala, parang wala akong ma-contribute, but with the collective efforts, no, and empowering this collectivity, then I think it's not going to be an easy process. It's not going to, because there are no shortcuts, no. But then again, the empowering agents or the bodies will have to what do you call this? So will have to be steadfast, no? Kasi pag nag-falter ka rin, syempre, maaano din sila, they'll also lose a little bit of whatever hope they may have, yung parang ganon. Nobody's too small, no? Nobody's too small to really contribute or do something about the ano, about the situation. Sometimes it's really just may mag-initiate, no? May mag-initiate, okay, and then see through the whole process. Yung ganon. Mm.
Yan, so yung takeaway doon, just start doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, especially young people, no, they're full of energy. They can be so productive, no. So siguro kung minsan it may be just siguro direction lang, maset lang ang direction right, no? Because marami, and they are so innovative, they are so resourceful. Ang dami-daming ano, ang dami-daming mga ano nila, they have so many, what do you call this, well, let me just call this, there's so many gifts that they can contribute to
Mm.
the change that we would like to see, no. Mm.
So, if I'm going to be tactical, tita, on
Mm.
some small ways that I can do right now to help my communities, ano-ano pa yung mga small
Okay.
things that we can do?
Okay. One of the things that I'm seeing is yung parang ano, listen to stories of people. Kasi yung mga narratives ng mga tao are very, very important. And it makes them feel also, ano, yung parang pinapakinggan sila, no? So we listen to this. Sometimes we don't like the stories, no? We don't like to, but these are very important. Kasi may power ang storytelling. There's so much power in storytelling, and there's so much that you will be able to get, and you'll be able to, ideas on how probably to move on from there, no? So stories, celebrate small wins or small victories, because this is also something that will encourage all the rest, no? Kaya niya, nagawa nga niya, no? And then it also serves as some kind of motivation and inspiration for for this for the rest, no? For the rest of the people in the community. So para sa akin, it's really like every person, no? Every person, this is how the thinking should go, no? Every person has value. Every person is important. Let's get them involved. No, let's get them involved, because in communities, for example, no, communities, ano man, they have common needs, no? They have common needs, they have common problems. So if we work on the commonalities, no? Because if this is something that everybody or the majority is concerned about, then matter of rallying them in terms of participation. Kasi yung community participation really is very important. No outsider can just get into the community and say, okay, this is what we will do. No. They'll have to determine what kind of change they want based on their needs and their own experiences. So yun.
So first, listen to their stories, get everyone involved, and then celebrate small wins. So yun yung three things na dapat natin, na pwede natin gawin as a start, no? If we want to create an impact dun sa community that we are serving. Beautiful, beautiful. Tita, just one tip na lang for everyone who's planning to do social work as a volunteer or as a career or as a profession. Ano po yung isang advice na gusto mong ibigay sa kanila?
Okay, so it's kasi this kind of work is finding purpose, no? It is finding purpose, no? And yung para bang para kanino ka bumabangon, no? Of course that's Nescafe, no? But we don't bangon for the para kanino ka bumabangon? Okay, para sa pamilya ko, siguro include the sarili. Para sa sarili ko, sa pamilya ko, at para sa mga tao na siniserbihan ko, yung parang ganon. Purpose, no? Because that purpose, it's it keeps us alive, it keeps us going, it keeps us resilient, and it keeps us motivated, no? Motivated pag alam natin kung ano yung purpose natin, no? Sa Japanese, they call it ikigai, finding your purpose, no? Okay, so yun as a guide, no?
Finding your purpose is a lifelong question. So, dapat every time may opportunity ka, you need to ask yourself, ano ba yung purpose ko? Para kanino ka ba bumabangon? And that will guide you towards the mission that you'd like to take in life. Whether that will be social service, or whether that will be a professional career, or kahit anong gusto mo pang gawin sa buhay mo. Find your purpose, para kanino ka ba talaga bumabangon? So that's it for today's episode, and I hope this conversation has helped answer some of the questions that you have about starting doing social work. And if this conversation sparks something in you, whether it's a new idea, a shift in perspective, or even just a little more hope, let us know in the comments down below. And if you're someone who wants to upskill so you could take care of your family, check out the links in the description below. I offer free courses for you guys. Walang daya, libre po talaga. Again, this is your host, June. Marami pa tayong pag-uusapan, and I'll see you on the next one.